choc chip yogurt. So delicious. So creamy.
Parmalat.
Katlego, that was absolutely phenomenal. So much soul. We all felt it here in the studio, and I know that all of you guys at home felt it as well. We radiated that soul right through your TV screens this morning. But right now, it's time for something completely different. Now, just over a week ago, the South African Barista Championships took place here in Cape Town. It is a competition to find the best coffee maker in South Africa, and the guys competing really brought their A game. And of course, we were there to catch all the action. Check it out.
The SA National Barista Championship is the country's ultimate coffee event. Hosted in Cape Town at the end of March, SA's top 6 baristas battled it out for a spot at the World Barista Championship in Austria later this year.
I'm with Lonnie Sneeman, the head of SCARS and also the head judge of today's competition. Now, Lonnie, tell me a bit about the process of this competition.
We host these competitions and then we have a national champ that we choose. The top 6 goes through to the nationals, and then the winner will attend the World Barista Championship in Vienna this year in Austria. So we're very excited. It's a competition that's grown from strength to strength.
Every finalist has only 15 minutes to prepare and serve 4 espressos and 4 cappuccinos, as well as a signature drink infused with whatever the barista believes will enchant the senses.
So I'm catching up with Mikhail, one of the 6 finalists in the South African Barista Championships, after his 15 minutes on his coffee station. Mikhail, how was it?
It was great. It was nerve-wracking as always, but it always feels much better once you're done these 15 minutes.
Now, each of you had to make your own signature drink, and I understand you always had some peaches, apples, bananas, all these funky things. Tell us about your signature drink.
My signature drink is a pairing experience. I've created a foam out of apple juice mixed with sour apple concentrate. So when adding a powder called soya lecithin to it, which is high in protein, it creates a foamy texture. And this foamy texture brings out the flavor out of the liquids. So when you have a spoon of that foam, it's like all these flavors like explode on your palate, which is amazing.
Based on the World Barista Championship standards, the finalists need to exude passion and flair and are judged not only on the taste, but also on how the espressos extracted the color and flavor.
Yeah, the cappuccinos, espressos all came out very well. Signature drink was a bit fuzzy, but I worked with it and I think I did a good performance today.
And speaking of which, tell us about your signature drink.
Well, signature drink was based on my espresso. It had the acidity from the apple and lemon, the sweetness from the sugar, and the egg white, just to combine all the ingredients together. And I used the espresso for the actual bitterness in the drink, so it was fantastic.
Coffee is the second most traded commodity in the world after oil, and people across the globe are showing a new appreciation and understanding of what is one of the most complex drinks on the planet.
Ek is saam met een van die top 6 in die Suid-Afrikaanse Barista Kampioenskappe, Bilbo Steyn, en sy is ook die enigste dame in die hele kompetisie. So, hoe dink jy gaan jou kanse staan teen die ander ouens?
Dit is altyd moeilik om te sê. Mens wil nou nie te wind gaan raak nie. Maar ek is net so verskriklik verlig om hier te wees. Ek het baie jare lank gewag om die top 6 te maak.
While you can learn to operate a coffee machine in 2 hours, it takes from 6 months to a year to train for national and international events. Dirk Maritz from KwaZulu-Natal worked his magic.
Tell us about your signature drink that you made today.
It was a combination of a malt extract, banana and rose petals. Combined with the taste notes of my particular coffee that I used, it enhanced the sweetness of the coffee, bringing in subtle floral notes on the nose as well.
Now that you've had a taste of how tough the competition is, stay tuned to meet SA's top barista.
Well, that looked like some tough competition, but the winner was crowned, and he is right here in studio with us, Wayne Wibberholzer, the 2012 South African Barista Champion. Welcome, man.
Thank you.
Dude, I must tell you, it feels like I just stepped into a science lab with all of this stuff going on here. What's happening?
Well, the general idea with this signature drink is one of the categories we had to fulfill is to highlight the acidity and sweetness in the coffee I was using, as well as the body. So this Cascada tea here, for instance, is extremely sweet.
Yeah.
So that's going to help mitigate the sweetness and acidity in the espresso that I'm going to pull just now.
Oh my word.
So yeah, using the siphon
No
here
way.
allows it to really infuse a lot of the sweetness and the characteristics out of the Cascada to help with that.
All right.
Coupled with a ginseng oolong tea, which is going to bring out the acidity and sweetness. So
you're combining teas, coffee, to create that perfect cup. That's your signature coffee.
Well, this is the thing, you know, for the signature drink, the whole idea is to showcase your coffee. At the WBC, it's about the coffee and about the barista skill.
All right.
So I hope to really bring something special. So if you don't mind,
I can't wait to taste it. Keep going. I'm going to chat to you throughout. Yep.
So yeah,
that's grinding.
Got to obviously grind everything fresh.
No, you seem to have a lot of knowledge when it comes to coffee. All right, finish grinding there. That's it. So a lot of knowledge when it comes to coffee. Where did your coffee journey start?
Well, it started out in Durban, funnily enough, back in 2008. Joined with a friend of mine, Carl Fraser, to help with a coffee company there at the time. And we started this whole coffee journey together, and it just grew into this absolute passion. Now I've been working for Origin Coffee Roasting for just over a year, and this has allowed me to really play around with some insanely cool coffees and bring out some phenomenal flavors out of coffee. This is my first year competing, and the second year doing as a judge.
Yeah. Well, this obviously it just keeps getting more complicated, but I mean, this is amazing. You started your journey in 2008. We're almost the beginning of 2012 now, and you are standing as the champion.
Well, yeah, it was a lot of hard work. Everyone in the team at Origin and our roasting, the company that we source a lot of our green coffee from, really helped me along to find and fine-tune this drink.
Awesome. And later on this year, you're off to the World Champs.
Yeah, we're going to be going to Vienna, Austria on the 12th of June to compete against 53 other countries. And this should be quite an experience.
Man, no,
so I'm going to give you a bit of a taste of what I did in my signature drink. The first one here is a cool down cascada tea, which is actually the dried coffee cherries.
I don't even want to know how you came up with all this different ingredients and angles and mixtures, you know?
Yeah, well, look, you know, traditionally what the guys do is they add a whole bunch of different stuff like chocolate, creams, nuts, all that sort of stuff. Flavors that, you know, you get in coffee. And I wanted to highlight and take the judges really on a journey on the coffee. And to really showcase that, I had to think, well, as you can see, outside of the box. With the ginseng, this particular oolong tea, it's got quite a lot of body, and that's going to help cancel out a lot of the acidity and the sweetness in the coffee. And it just brings out the most insane flavors.
This is really like a laboratory going on here. But you say some of these guys take it to the extreme. You just told me about a guy that used kangaroo meat.
Yeah, there was a guy by the name of Scotty Callahan a couple of years back. He actually cooked kangaroo meat and squeezed out the juice out of the meat.
I do not want to know how that tastes.
Guys use tobacco. All that sort. So what you do is you take with the sip of the oolong, sorry, the cascada tea. Be careful, the test tubes tend to shoot it all the way back.
Oh, really? So, and then?
And then you take a sip of the coffee afterwards. And then you take a sip of that first.
Okay, first sip of this. Swallow it or not? Hold it?
Yeah, swallow it.
Okay, the whole thing?
No, not the whole thing. Just take a sip.
Okay.
Okay, and then the espresso. This is going to help bring out that body in the espresso. So you should be getting a lot of taste sensation at the back of the tongue.
Oh, wow. Wow, I've never tasted coffee taste quite... I can't even describe it. That's some good coffee.
Thanks a lot, yeah. Hey? It's a La Canda Lila geisha varietal, actually, from Costa Rica.
I feel like a lab rat right now.
I feel like a mad scientist with this
pretty much.
Which is awesome. Yeah, that was kind of what I was going for. So, yeah. That's the ginseng-infused oolong, and then, again, everything's all about taste perception. So the front of the tongue, the acidity, your sweetness.
Wow, that's very, very interesting. Man, thank you so much,
Wayne,
for joining us. Listen, all the best when you go there to Austria.
Thank you. I hope to represent South Africa in a big way.
Dude, you're going to be amazing. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Can you believe this? Kangaroo meat? No way. All right, now let's calm down a little bit here. Earlier on, we started our L'Oreal hair makeover with Liesl, and it's time to catch up and see what the final product looks like.
Stay with Espresso and SABC3.